This must have scared the crap out of the U.S. military. I mean, their job is to defend the country and themselves, and here these aircraft violate their airspace. Quickly, do you believe that they sincerely don't know what these things are and where they came?
We are flying with impunity, Tucker, within our airspace, and they can outmaneuver, outperform anything that we seem to have.
All right, nocturnal news. Now look today. I'm excited for the video. Now, the great debate in the UFO community, okay? Is the pyramid UFO sighting, the recent Navy, leak released Jeremy Corbell, is it real? Is it fake? Now, we'll get right into it, guys. You guys know I don't want to waste your time. So, there's a lot of, armchair quarterbacks, armchair commandos on Twitter with 10 likes or 3 followers that claim they've debunked the video. Now, here's my question, Twitter guys. Okay, so you can debunk the video, but the Pentagon cannot?
What? What the fuck?
Like guys, it doesn't add up to me. And I'm not trying to hate on these guys, whatever, do your thing. But I think that people are trying to debunk the video for a following, right? They're trying to debunk the video to gain a following because they're taking the biggest UFO story of the year, possibly the decade, right? And they're going to try to debunk it because they want to gain a following. What better way to do it? I mean, if you can't add anything to it, take something away from it, and you gain a following. So look, today, Tucker Carlson, Jeremy Corbell, two pioneers, two trailblazers of the UFO community. A lot of people hate on Tucker, but, the guy is bringing millions and millions and millions of people to the UFO topic, making it, such a, not such a taboo thing to talk about, things like that. But, hey, look, I'll take it. And of course, a big shout out to George Knapp. He's not getting enough credit. I think Jeremy Corbell is getting all the credit when, George Knapp, he's the real pioneer, the true trailblazer, right? He's like the UFO OG. So big shout out to George Knapp, breaking the Bob Lazar story, Area 51. You guys know the history, but today, look, we're going to break down the video, Tucker Carlson and Jeremy Corbell. Here we go.
Just a few days ago, the Pentagon confirmed that a 2019 video of a UFO sighting is actually real. It was a UFO.
By the way, you guys go sub to Alien Girl 111 and everything UFOs. Look, we got to support the UFO community out there. And big shout out to my friend Brandy. Good evening, Brandy. Okay, Beeb, how you doing? All you guys out there, how you doing, my flock? Okay, so anyway, is it real? Is it fake? Now, here's what I don't understand. 99.99999% of the UFO channels on YouTube put just the biggest pieces of garbage on their channel and try to convince you that it's real as they're begging for your money. But we finally get an authentic, a real UFO video, with the stamp of approval from the frickin' Pentagon, and these guys want to call it fake. I mean, what is going on here?
The video shows a pyramid-shaped object flying over a U.S. Navy destroyer. This is the very first time the public has seen video from this incident. The UFO footage was leaked to a filmmaker called Jeremy Corbell, who joins us tonight to explain all of this. Jeremy, thanks so much for coming on. Tell us where this was shot. What are we looking at here?
Yeah, so I obtained and released videos and photographic evidence of UFOs swarming our warships. So the green video is night vision. That's from the USS Russell. It wasn't just one pyramid-shaped craft. It was multiple. These were swarms.
Okay, you heard Jeremy Corbell. Multiple UFOs, a swarm, a fleet of UFOs. Basically, I'm not going to use the word attacking, but at a bare minimum, intimidating a warship. Okay, so like we're going to talk about in the video, are aliens good? Are they bad? I think like people, there's all different kinds, but guys, this is getting serious. Why, over nuclear facilities, warships, the USS Nimitz. I mean, again, we can go back to Project High Jump, the 40s, around World War II. Why are they always kind of playing with our military?
I also released with my mentor in journalism, George Knapp, also released from the USS Omaha, which looks like thermal imagery. He released 3 photos the day prior to mine. So we're trying to get this out to continue elevating the conversation because it's very important we have it right now.
Okay, now try to keep in mind, okay, had this been China, Russia, whoever, had there been, some type of insignia on the side of this craft, it would be an act of war. It is an act of war. And, I think here's the thing. A lot of people in the UFO community, and I'm with you, they think aliens are friendly, they're here to advance our understanding of the universe, things like that. I'm with you. I get it. But, how do we know that? How do we know all aliens are good and not some are bad? I know there's probably, who knows, a million different, species of aliens out there. They can't all be good, right? So we don't know who is invading our airspace, attacking a warship, and I believe that is an attack. Again, imagine if that was a drone from China or a drone from Russia. It would be an act of war, okay? And like Jeremy said, they're flying around with impunity, right? With impunity, and that's kind of frightening to me. As an American citizen, as a member of the globe, that is kind of frightening to me. But people get mad when I talk about that. I'm like, well, how do you know they're friendly? How do we know? Here's the thing. I don't understand with these aliens. Like, why don't they just make themselves known worldwide, right? Maybe, if they're out there listening, I don't understand, why they continue to kind of, troll us a little bit in our skies, playing with their F-18 fighters, like Fravor, the USS Nimitz. There's been a ton of going back to Roswell, whatever, Project High Jump, Admiral Byrd. You guys know the history, Phoenix Lights, but why don't they just simply make themselves known to the world? I know they had that visit with Eisenhower, but, everything is so secretive. Like, I wish, I wish. I do believe disclosure is coming. It's a matter of time. I think in the next maybe 12 months, we will know the truth. And look, we know the truth, but when I say we will know the truth, I mean our government will finally admit they've been lying. But anyway, guys, back to the interview.
Yeah, you think? Those are not weather balloons. Those are clearly autonomous aircraft of some kind that are, as you put it, swarming U.S. military craft. So
these are
there are two options.
Under intelligent control. These are craft under intelligent control, and they're flying with impunity, Tucker, within our airspace, and they can outmaneuver, outperform anything that we seem to have. Their mode of transportation seems magical to us. It's unbelievable, and now finally we're having a rational, sober discussion about this because we don't know what these are. We don't know the nature of the technology. We need to find out who's operating them and also what the intent is.
The intent, okay? What is the intent? Again, we've talked about it in the video. What do they want? What are they doing here? Where did they come from? Where are they going? Are we like, some, giant experiment? I believe we are, probably. I think we're a bunch of cavemen compared to these highly advanced, intelligent aliens, okay? But again, the great question, right? The universal question. Where do they come from? What do they want? Where are they going? How did we get here? All these questions. And isn't it crazy to think that we might have answers for those questions in the very near future?
So it's a really exciting time to be learning about UFOs because now we're having a complete tipping point with the transparency, and hopefully we'll be getting more answers soon.
This must have scared the crap out of the U.S. military. Their job is to defend the country and themselves, and here these aircraft violate their airspace. Quickly, do you believe that they sincerely don't know what these things are and where they came from?
We have the best military on planet Earth, the greatest intelligence agencies. These are true unknowns, and they were swarming our military arsenals. They're seen over nuclear facilities. This is documented. We need to find out who is operating these vehicles.
Yeah, nicely put. Jeremy Corbell, I appreciate your coming on tonight. I hope we see you again. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you.
There you have it. So look, let me just kind of close it up here. I want to say thank you to all the people that support the channel. We are the real UFO community doing the real UFO investigative work, along with people like Jeremy Corbell, George Knapp. All these great journalists out there. You'll never find clickbait on my channel, just the real thing. And, I'm excited here. I do believe disclosure is coming. Again, I'm going to say in the next probably maybe 12 to 14 months, I think we'll know the truth. So, all right, guys, sub to the channel, leave a comment below, and thank you for watching.
This must have scared the crap out of the U.S. military. I mean, their job is to defend the country and themselves, and here these aircraft violate their airspace. Quickly, do you believe that they sincerely don't know what these things are?
They don't. We have the best military on planet Earth, the greatest intelligence agencies. These are true unknowns, and they were swarming our military arsenals. They're seen over nuclear facilities. This is documented. We need to find out who is operating these vehicles.
Yeah, nicely put. Swarming U.S. military craft. So there are two options.
Under intelligent control. These are craft under intelligent control, and they're flying with impunity, Tucker, within our airspace, and they can outmaneuver, outperform anything that we seem to have. Their mode of transportation seems magical to us. It's unbelievable, and now finally we're having a rational, sober discussion about this because we don't know what these are. We don't know the nature of the technology. We need to find out who's operating them.